This is easily one of the best witnesses in the entire case. This guy, the photojournalist, accuses the DAs of coercing his testimony.
Now, you were originally subpoenaed by the state, correct?
Correct.
You met with the state representatives, Mr. Binger and Mr. Kraus, correct?
Correct.
And there was some tension in that room, correct?
There was.
Look at
And
Binger.
they weren't
Look at
happy
Binger.
with what you were telling them. Is that a fair statement?
That's a fair statement.
I'm going to ask, A, it is leading, and B, I want no reaction. Facial reaction, please.
Describe your meeting with Mr. Binger and Mr. Kraus
Oh, he's
in their
listening.
office.
Object to relevance.
They're right. This is super irrelevant.
Answer it.
It goes
Please.
off the rails so fast here. Watch this.
I don't know the date off the top of my head, but I was called down to the district attorney's office. I met with Mr. Binger and I don't remember his name.
The individual who's
In the blue.
The fat guy. Yes.
And I was called into a room, sat at a table, handed my police statement, got to read over my police statement, and then I was asked if I would like to add anything to the police statement, and I said I would not. Mr. Binger pulled out a cell phone and showed me a video and also a photo, which was actually one photo that I brought today, and asked me if I knew who a gentleman was in that photo, and I said I did not. And he asked me to, he said this is Joshua Zeminski. Mr. Binger also has a case with him,
Watch
and
this.
I am subpoenaed for that case also. And he says, well, that's who that is. He put the phone down, he picked the phone back up and says, who is this? And I confusedly said, like, Joshua Zeminski, and he's like, would you like to add that to your statement? And I just felt
Textbook coercion.
I didn't want to change my statement.
okay.
Look
and
at
as a
that.
result, what did you do?
Beautiful.
I hired an
The look on
attorney.
Binger's
And that's
face.
Mr. Rose.
Yes.
Destroyed. Watch. They completely forget about the case and just attack this guy based on this conversation.
Except for the ones that are objected to relevance, yeah. No.
Well, the one that I...
Watch this. It goes off the rails. It's already off the rails. It goes off the train tracks into the fucking ravine.
Too big.
Mr. De Bruin, you said there was a lot of tension in the room when you met with me and Mr. Binger and Ms. Beasy.
Yes.
Is it fair to say that you were very nervous?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we did have you read over your statement, right?
Correct.
And we asked if you knew anything beyond that statement.
Correct.
We didn't ask you to change it.
Yes, you did.
So you said we asked to change it to identify Mr. Zeminski?
Yes. Or if I wanted to change any details to how I,
Man,
if I remember anything else
shredded out
throughout
here.
that night, and to add Joshua Zeminski.
Walk into a rake. Walk into a rake, man.
Why would...
Don't
So
do
your
it.
testimony is that the state, in the case against Kyle
do
Rittenhouse,
it.
wanted you to present incriminating evidence against Mr. Zeminski?
I don't know why he asked me that question.
Oh, 'cause
I found it odd too.
Is it possible you didn't understand the question?
No, he was pretty clear.
And then you said you went and you hired an attorney?
I did. What do you mean, how the meeting end?
I mean, how did our meeting end?
Our meeting or with my attorney?
No, I can't ask about your attorney. I mean our meeting in my office with Mr. Binger and Ms. Beasy.
Oh, please stop. Please
It
stop.
ended with Mr. Binger saying that he would be in touch with me in regards to the Zeminski case.
Because we indicated that we would subpoena you for that case.
You did subpoena me for that case.
And that was the absolute end of the meeting?
Oh,
That I recall.
jeez.
Do you remember that afterwards you and I spoke about your photography and I complimented your photography?
Very
and
nice
we
photography.
talked about your photography?
That was in
friends,
the
right?
beginning.
And at the end?
Mostly in the beginning because we were waiting for Mr. Binger to get in the room because, I don't know, Heather maybe her name was in the room and we were just waiting for Mr. Binger to get in the room. Is
Oh.
when you asked me that to be
Stop.
correct.
Stop when
So
you're
we
behind.
never...
And that's when I was asked if I wanted to add anything else to that statement, and I said no.
And you took that literally, like actually writing out your statement?
Yeah.
Okay, you did not take that to mean, is there anything your statement doesn't cover or that we should know?
No.
You said literally we would retype the statement that you took November 11th.
Well, he didn't say retype it, but he said, do I want to add anything to that? And to how I interpret that, that's pretty much altering my statement, and I felt uneasy about that.
You added things to your statement on the stand?
But the way Mr. Binger wanted it, how he portrayed it to me was to add on to my statement physically. Mr. Richards just took notes.
Did someone ask you to type out a new statement?
I'm telling you how I perceived it.
You have a bias in this case, don't you?
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
You don't want Mr. Rittenhouse to be found guilty or not guilty?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, man.
To be found guilty or not guilty?
You don't have an interest or a bias in which way this trial comes out?
I don't know.
We're
I'm
so
a
far off
photographer,
topic at this point, it's
photojournalist.
not even
That's
funny.
what I do. I take photos.
Did you go and give an interview to a gossip site that is biased against the district attorney?
Who cares?
I don't know
Who
what
cares?
the site represents.
So you actually went to the media, or someone who claims to be media, to talk about this meeting with the prosecutors.
First of all, he came to me. I didn't go to him. Let's make that clear.
Huge
And
mistake.
you understand that he has a bias in this case.
I don't know. I don't know him personally.
Huge mistake. Could you imagine? Well, you gave a news report to a company that's politically not aligned with the DA's office. It's like, who cares? Who cares? Why would you even go down this road?
So the fact there was no window made it so you could not give an accurate statement?
I'm not saying that. I
You
said
just did.
it gave me anxiety.
That's not what the witness
Yeah, so make sure you say
didn't
what
say
I'm
he
saying.
He
Oh,
didn't-
okay.
He
So
did not say he didn't make an accurate statement. That was your words.
Getting double teamed by the judge and the witness. This DA is taking it.
Not
you
mine.
said things were left out of your statement.
Not on intentionally. I mean, those are little details. That's a traumatic situation that someone has to go through. I just witnessed someone dying, and another person getting their arm almost blown off.
17 days prior.
Doesn't matter how long it is. I still suffer from that traumatic still to this day.
Do you have, you said you've been nervous, you said you were anxious. Does that really affect your perception of events?
It might. No, it's not gonna change. But like right now, I'm anxious. Like I have anxiety right now.
Did you have anxiety when you spoke to us in our office?
Absolutely.
Do you consider handguns or chains more dangerous?
You know, where are we going here, Mr.
I'm not an
Kraus?
expert.
Mr. Kraus.
This witness has spoken a great deal about what he saw Mr. Rosenbaum do, and I am establishing that he did not see Mr. Rittenhouse observe any of it.
That isn't what you asked him. You asked him which he considers more dangerous, chains or guns.
I'll withdraw that.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with what you were asking, apparently. Oh man, anyone looking to hire 2 DAs? I got 2 that might be out of work real soon. Ho!